What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Taste Like Music. Jason and Joe here. It is March Badness. This year, we are doing a bracket of the worst takes in channel history, the craziest musical opinions of myself, Joe, and our dearly departed Cramser. Today, we're going to get it down to the final four, and we will make our votes on those matchups. And then we'll turn it over to you as we have been doing for voting on our post tab as well as on our Patreon. We've got four matchups going right now. Here's a look at the bracket currently.
You, of course, will notice that I have no part in any of these matchups anymore. My takes were eliminated. Tough competition this year. I'll try and be better in the future.
There are two of my takes left, six of Cram's, and I don't know. Some people talking about a Jason v. Jason final. We'll see. First matchup, the Sign of the Times versus Ain't No Mountain High Enough. We were split on the vote, which makes it basically up to YouTube. And YouTube has voted that Sign of the Times take is worse. And
Blowout this match? What's the spread
um,
there?
62 to 38%. Let's
Mm,
look at the patron vote too, just for shits and giggles. Sign of the Times, 30 votes to 18.
Yeah, I'm not surprised there. I also voted for Sign of the Times. You were the dissenter, the lone dissenter on that one.
Next, we've got Still Cruisin' versus ELO. We both said the Still Cruisin' take is worse. So did everybody else. Yeah, 69% on YouTube and 36 votes to 9 on Patreon.
Yeah, that one, the yellow one was weird, but still cruising. That's an all-timer, I think.
All right, here's the one I'm worried about. Pink Floyd versus Stevie Wonder's Harmonica. We both said Stevie Wonder's Harmonica take is worse, but YouTube did not. So this one goes to Patreon, and Patreon does me dirty. Wish you were here. 30 votes to 16 for Stevie's Harmonica.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
All right, and then we've got Between the Buttons take against Van Halen. We obviously both said the Van Halen take is worse. So did YouTube. 68%, 32% of people think that that's a worse Rolling Stones take, which is crazy. And 28 to 19 votes on Patreon.
That's a lot for Rolling Stones.
Okay, so our final four matchups are going to be Sign of the Times versus Still Cruisin' and Wish You Were Here versus Van Halen.
Well, for me, these matchups are pretty clear, but we'll see what you think.
I'm going cram on both of them.
Uh, I'm gonna have to get a Sign of the Times. Um, Ahead of Still Cruising, just because I feel like even even though Still Cruising that high up is crazy, there's really only like 10 or 12 like really good Beach Boys albums. So after that, it's like whatever. I mean, thinking that there's 28 better Prince albums is just that's unforgivable as far as I'm concerned. On the other side of the bracket, I don't think we're gonna have an all Jason final. I hope not, because I'm definitely going Van Halen one over Balance being a worse take. I just can't even comprehend that one. For someone like Cramser, especially, like, you know, maybe if like, I don't know, like David Lee, if you really hated David Lee Roth, or if like Sammy Hagar was your dad or something, I could see voting Balance over Van Halen one, but there's no other possible way. I consider Van Halen one a perfect 10, so I think that's just madness.
I think it is the worst take from day one. That's my pick to win. I don't know that it will, though. It's only been getting like 60% of the votes when it should not be getting any less than 100% of the votes against any of these matchups it's had so far. I am one of the biggest balance defenders. I like balance a lot. I think I had it fourth, I think, something like that. I think it's really good. It's my favorite with Sammy, but to think it's better than Van Halen 1 is crazy.
Yeah, it is. It really, really is.
And I'll just reiterate, Pink Floyd has Dark Side, they've got Animals. Uh, if you really like the Sid Barrett stuff, you could put a couple of those up there. They've got The Wall. So, I mean, is having it a couple spots out of place from where maybe you have it that big of a deal? I don't think it's that crazy of a take. So,
But I don't think that's even as crazy as like in Rainbows #7 for me, or what was the other one? Remain in Light
yeah,
down near the bottom. Like I think those are actually more egregious like takes. Like those, I mean, they're defensible just because I don't like those albums, but like that take from you is only here because people are obsessed with Pink Floyd and wish you were here. Like it's a very RYM kind of thing. I personally don't agree with it, but I think it is one of the defensible takes here in this whole tournament. Like it, I just, the fact that it's all the way here in the final four is says a lot about our audience.
yeah. All right. Well, with that said, we turn it over to the audience. Remember, it's the post tab. It used to be called community. It's on our YouTube page. Just click on there and you'll see all the matchups. And if you'd like to vote twice, check out our Patreon. You can get there, the link in the description. We've also got a record for sale. Started a new label, Tastes Like Records. Check out that website. The record is called On the Banks of Disappearing by Nordista Freeze. Give it a listen. What else? We got merch, all kinds of stuff. There's like 20 links in our description. Go check them all out. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. All right. We will see you in the next one.